So welcome everybody. In case you don't know who I am Holly Demott, and I live, everybody's like, where do you live? I live in Scottsdale, Arizona. However, right now I'm in Sedona, live from an amazing, beautiful, gorgeous, really special cabin right on the creek side, the Oak Creek. And it's been phenomenal just to have that quiet, serene time after a really big transition for me. I, had been with another company for 14 years. And to share a little bit of my story so you guys can understand this, I came out of college with marketing and accounting degrees, and I went straight into corporate banking. I went into more mortgages, some prime mortgages, then it branched into branch management and then HR and then all kinds of fun, different management things. And I did that for 8 years, and I moved from Des Moines to Denver to Minneapolis, and I worked my way up the ladder. It was hard work. I enjoyed it though, but it was long hours. Corporate life is no joke. So if you're in the corporate world, you know what I mean. And you put in the hours because there's benefits to it. Well, at one point, I remember thinking, is this my life? Like, am I going to be in this office, like driving to a building for 50 years? I thought that. I'm like, is this what it's going to be Monday through Friday, like the rest of my life? And I had a little bit of that's not what I want. Like, I want more freedom, but I love the money of the corporate world. I love the people. Well, I ended up being introduced to a network marketing company. And I was open, kind of, actually. That's actually not true. I wasn't open until I met with her. She called me 4 times, and I was like, don't call me again. Like, I didn't tell her that though. And anyway, I ended up seeing her, and I heard about it, and I thought, wow, if there is really a business model like this, I could do this. Like, it really opened my eyes to what freedom I could have outside of my corporate career. So I did jump in, and I absolutely was a newbie. I was green, and you could say I was totally inexperienced because I had no experience. But you know what? I had people experience, and I had the will, and I had the want, and I knew what this could do. I had the vision. And when I got laid off from my corporate job in 2009, because I was in the mortgage industry, 2009, what happened? Crashed, right? Housing market, everything. I got laid off, 1 out of 8,000 people in a day. And at that point, I knew I'm going to build this bigger than I had income wise than I'd made at my corporate career. And that's exactly what I did. And I spent my last 14 years with a company, and that just came to an end. And it just came to an end on Monday. And here I am at 3, which I had taken a look at 3 really hard. I mean, from the beginning of this company. And of course, using the products, loving it, working with people like Dr. Alicia Clevenger. And you're going to hear more about the company in a minute, and just people we work with. And this was a no-brainer for me. I've been around for 14 years, and it had to be something extremely special for me to say goodbye to a residual income. And residual income is something I believe everyone should have. And this is the best that I have ever seen. The best when we're talking compensation, we're talking products, the best leadership. This is the best that I have ever seen. And I have 14 years of experience. And I'm a product girl. I am a product girl. I use the best of the best. I want the best of the best. And you're going to hear what these are. So you're going to hear some from myself, some from Dr. Alicia, and just, take notes. And, some of you may be like, I want in now. And you may be at that point, like halfway through the presentation and text the person who invited you and say, okay, I want in, and we'll work through that. Okay. Your timing is amazing though. So I am partnered with people like Dr. Alicia Clevenger that I have on with me. And she is, Alicia, would you want to introduce yourself? Oh, you're muted, I think.
Absolutely, I'd be happy to. There's a little dog in the background sometimes, so I needed to make sure I was muted in case a Saturday morning random person knocked on the door. Okay, I am Alicia Clevenger. I'm from Iowa. I live in a little town, not little, but outside Des Moines called Johnston. I'm a chiropractor and I've been a chiropractor over 20 years. I have a specialty in pediatrics and nutrition. So nutrition has always been my jam. I love everything about it. I loved it when I was in full-time practice. And people would bring me their bottles and line them up on the desk and say, what about this? What about that? I love looking at nutritionals and ingredients. And like Holly said, I love the best of the best. I'm always searching for what is going to be the best thing for myself, for my family, patients. I'm not in full-time practice anymore. I would say I burnt out. I was in very full-time practice for 14 years, high volume practice. I saw about 500 people a week. And I walked away from that in 2015. I learned about this industry. I actually was involved in another network marketing company, and it was going well, and I loved it. I loved it for what the industry was, but the products themselves weren't in integrity for me. They were a little bit incongruent, and I'm big on that. It needs to be congruent for me to put my name behind it. So a friend actually introduced me to Holly. Her son and my son are good friends, and she had always told me about this friend Holly of hers. And I was always traveling everywhere, doing all these things. I knew she had been a multiple seven-figure earner in her past company. And so when she said, she's coming to town, you need to hear what she's doing, I said, I'm there. And I knew that I wanted to see what she had to say. And I was hard on her. I had a lot of questions. I have a high bar for ingredients, a lot of check boxes, and she got all the answers for me. And I knew I walked away that day and said, if I can bring to the table what I know with nutritionals, and I can partner with somebody who has done this in that realm before, I knew it would be a powerhouse and that we could do amazing things. So I jumped in. So I say I came for the products. I jumped in for the business and have just been growing from there. I'm excited that we get to share this with you, all about who 3 is and where we're from. You know, a company is only as good as its products, but Holly's going to share with you too about the company, the founder, the integrity. And I think that is so important. The leadership of a company is super important. So I'll let Holly go and then I'll be back.
Absolutely. I am so happy we came together for this. And you guys are really in for a treat when you hear about the products from Alicia. And don't let her fool you. Her business experience is key. I mean, it's on. And she's attracting healthcare professionals, like I think over 200 now. I mean, it just keeps growing. And there's a reason for that. And you're going to see that within why these products. So 3 was founded on 3 pillars. So 3, right? People. So at the core, it's all about people. That's the greatest asset. Purpose. You guys, I always say with purpose, like, what wakes you up in the morning? And have you accomplished everything that you want to accomplish in whatever you may be doing right now? Or do you feel a little mundane of like, no, I need some excitement in my life. I want more purpose. I want that to wake me up, because they say that it's not necessarily the alarm clock that should wake you up. It's your purpose. Then there's platform. So with platform, it is about the quality products. It's about the power of the science and the technology, the greater wellness we can provide the world with these products. So those are the 3 pillars. And you can also think about it as, you know, financial health, spiritual health, and physical health. This is Daniel Piku. He's our founder and CEO. He was sought out for this position. He was sought out by top elite industry leaders who have accomplished things that people only hear about but have never met those people. Well, we've met them and we're working with them, and they sought Daniel out, and they wanted a CEO that was innovative. They wanted a CEO that had the intellect, had the financial savviness, that could run a company worldwide. We're in phase 1 right now of only 14 countries. That's only phase 1. 14 countries is phase 1, right? That should be a clue. We'll think about how big we're going to go, but we're doing it very smart, being able to handle everything with every single country. So that's Daniel Piku. Then we have Dr. Dan Gubler, PhD, Chief Scientific Officer. Of course, Daniel partners with the best, and he knew when Dr. Dan Gubler was possibly available, meaning, you know, hey, we could have him, and approached him. He knew he had to snatch him up. And I had snatch him up might sound a little different, but it's true. He knew he had to get him because of his experience with absorption, with formulation, with formulating himself over 70 nutritionals, 16 patents, Caltech trained, top 2 school in the United States and North America for science, for specifically what we want. He's a health influencer. You can look him up on Instagram, TikTok, if that's your thing, whatever, but he is always educating. It's his passion. Like I talked about your passion. Well, this is his passion. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to Alicia now so she can get into the science and the products.
Absolutely. So people ask all the time, what's different about 3? You have a lot of choices out there. You have a lot of choices on what you can take, a lot of choices on what you can partner with. And here's what sets us apart. Super clean ingredients that are absorbed. Now I want you to hear what I just said. Super clean ingredients are out there. Some companies do have them, but you can take the greatest ingredient on the planet, line it with gold, whatever you want. If you're not absorbing it, it doesn't matter. You're just creating really expensive urine. So, and I'm a science person, so I can say things like that, right? So what I would tell you is this. There is not another company that I have seen that has the ability to show and what kind of absorption and bioavailability comes from these products. We use 11 different absorption technologies to get these ingredients, these high quality, high sourced ingredients into the cell. What happens when you absorb them? You notice change, right? That's what we're seeing. And I've seen it like never before. I've been in the healthcare industry for over 20 years. I've watched people take nutritionals, and I've never seen ingredients put together and curated in this way that are giving people results like we're seeing here. So we explore, we're all over the world, we're searching. We actually have procured a farm in northern Thailand where that has the best soil, air, and water quality of any place on earth. We're growing phytonutrients in there to use and research for products, cutting edge. We're curating them and putting together. I've taken a lot of these ingredients individually, but when the way Dr. Dan has formulated these products and put them together, synergistically, they work in a way that I've never seen before. And absorption, I mentioned, we have 11 different technologies. If that's something you're interested in, we can do that at some point. I'm not going to go into those today, but here's what I will tell you, and you'll see this on the coming slides, is that we have absorption like no other. We're affecting human health like no other, and we have epigenetic studies, clinical epigenetic studies to back that up. So on the next slide, you're going to see the 6 products, and they're in the PDR. What is the PDR? PDR is the physician's desk reference, or sometimes they're calling it now the prescriber's desk reference. This is a book. Now it's on it's technology, so it's on an iPad or whatever device they use that physicians go to look at different pharmaceuticals and how they react, what would be the best for certain conditions. It's kind of like the Bible for physicians. Only 24 nutraceutical or nutritional companies have ever been allowed into the PDR. And of those, they only took 1 or 2 products. We submitted all 6, and they took all 6. What does this mean? So for my personal, that gives me a little like, oh, these products are legit, right? Like they are in the PDR. From a business perspective, it also makes it so that if somebody says to me, I want to take these, but I want to check with my physician, I want to check with my cardiologist, great, they're in the PDR. And I can tell you, I've had that happen. I've had people go share these with their doctor. They can look it up and say, these look really great, because they're all whole food ingredients. All of them. There's nothing synthetic in these products. They're highly tested. All the things you'd be looking for. Third-party tested. We do that. We have high manufacturing practices, and we use facilities that are phenomenal so that you get super clean products. On the next slide is our scientific advisory board. Here's what I want to point out about this slide. Dr. Dan Gubler, he is our chief science officer. The rest of these physicians from all over the country, Mayo, big institutions, are not paid. We don't pay these physicians to put their name on our products. They are part of 3 because they love it. They believe in it. They've seen products not work for people for a very long time, and they see this technology and they see what's happening and they want to be a part, and they're going to put their name behind it. They are practicing physicians, and they are also growing part of 3 because of what it brings to the table. On the next slide, this is our absorption slide. We did a full study. We took capital and invested it into doing studies so that we can back up our products. Because I can tell you they absorb well. I can tell you anecdotally, these products, people are getting phenomenal results. But now I can show you that these actually increase absorption. The absorption of these is 3 to 9.5% higher than normal control. That's huge. I don't know anybody else that can tell you that. It's hard to find somebody that will even do absorption studies. So this is a big deal. We have the full study if that's something that you're interested in. The next slide talks about our other clinical study. And I will tell you, as somebody who has a background of 20 plus years in healthcare, genes are where it's at. You want to talk about, so I want to just give you a brief, very brief, I don't want to get too sciencey on you, brief explanation. We have these genes and they impact our health, and how those genes work, like the ability to make genes work better or worse, is you can affect that. Stress affects that. Think about that. Somebody that's smoking, somebody that's a smoker, you're affecting how those genes operate. So what we did was we looked at 8 different genes, and we took our products and we said, how do these work to make the genes work better or worse? Not worse. Worse is not the word I want to use. It's called down regulating, because some genes we want to cut back on, like we don't want them to work that way. So I'm just going to pick one, for instance. We're going to look at BDNF. BDNF, that's cognitive function, brain health, focus, things like that. Like that's what we're looking at. How does your brain do what it's supposed to? Like the things is we're aging, right? So look at BDNF. By taking our Vitalite, our multivitamin pack, increases BDNF by 840%. Look at our anti-inflammatory product, increases BDNF by 430%. Here's what I want you to look at. Look at our collagen. Most people think of collagen and they think crow's feet, skin, joints. That's great. Our collagen increased BDNF, cognitive function, human health by 570%. Show me another collagen that does that. It's not out there. So this is huge. We have clinical studies to back the products that we're taking, and it's phenomenal. And this is just 2. We haven't been open a long time. We're new. We're still founder level. And we have these kind of studies that back these products. This is a science-backed company is what it is. So let's dive in. Let's look at the products. I'm going to go through these. If I will tell you, our products aren't on trial. They're the most phenomenal I've seen in 20 years. So if you want to deep dive in and find all that information out, we've got the resources for that. So I'm going to go through these, kind of a speed dating. There's 6 things I generally look at when somebody comes to me and they're wanting to affect their health. The first is, are you getting your foundational nutrition? Are you filling in the gaps? We have an American diet that's terrible. And so as even the cleanest eaters, though, aren't getting the nutrients they need from the foods they eat in the food we have in 2023. So this is going to give you that. It's got your prebiotics, your probiotics, your digestive health, your trace minerals, your enzymes. One enzyme can set off a cascade of thousands of chemical reactions in the body, which is what people tell us. They feel like the lights are back on. They feel like somebody's flipped all my switches. I'm having more energy. All your greens, all your fruits, all your vitamins. I've never seen a product like this. And I will tell providers that, like Holly said, I work with a lot of healthcare providers, and they look at me like, right, Alicia, a multivitamin. Great. And then 3 or 4 weeks later, they call me and there's nothing like this. I've never taken something that I won't do without like this. It has your amino acids, it has omega, it has all the things you need to have a really strong foundational health. We won't go without this a day in our house. The second product is Revive. This is our anti-inflammatory. So this is more agility, flexibility, mobility, keeping your inflammatory status low. All disease starts from inflammation. It's like a fire that's constantly burning in the body. We eat bad food, the inflammation goes up. We drink a couple of drinks, the inflammation goes up. We exercise a lot, sometimes the inflammation goes up. So we need to keep that inflammation low. How do we do that? Revive. It's a blend of ingredients that curcumin, liposomal. So you're getting super high absorption. Most is only absorbed at about 5%. Most anything that I've seen, sometimes 10. We're over 30% absorption on this one. Boswellia, black cumin, all these ingredients that keep inflammation down. People are saying, I can get up and down off the floor with my kids again. I can put the pillows back up on my bed every day that I couldn't even do because the up and down bothered me. I can run faster. I can run farther. These are the things we're hearing. Think about inflammation. Think about the conditions associated with that, and think about how lives could change if you were bringing that inflammation down. That's huge. The next product is eternal. We need to take care of ourselves. As we're aging, we have to protect them, right? Like we think of, I protect my immune system, I protect this. We do, but we have to protect how we age. Our cells, as they duplicate and replicate, the chance that something's going to go wrong in there is high. So if we can protect them and keep them dividing in a really nice, clean way. I know it's a lot of science. That's the best thing we can do. We're encountering things called free radicals all the time. Free radicals, if we can go and clean those up, we can do that. And we do that with this product. Glutathione, which you can only get liposomally through an IV or inhalation, is in this product. Glutathione is what gives our skin a nice glow. When the gut's healthy, you have a nice glow. Glutathione is that scavenger that goes out and cleans everything up. Resveratrol, you could spend days down the rabbit hole looking at resveratrol, what it does for heart health, brain health, what it does for epigenetics. I just read a study on that this morning. Resveratrol and how it affects that. Huge. Has your super fruits in here. My kids love to take this little packet like an applesauce pouch. It tastes great. You rip it off, you drink it, tastes like berries. This is a phenomenal product for anti-aging, cellular health, and repair. The next product we have is our collagen. This product is 5 grams of collagen. And you think, why is that 5 important? Because people are loading massive amounts of collagen into their body every day, and they're not thinking about it. And what happens when you do that over time? You tell your body, hey, you don't need to make more collagen. I'm giving you some. So what happens when you stop taking it? It says, I don't need to make it anymore. I don't know. I haven't been doing it. It's out of practice. We need to keep that going. So what we do with our collagen is we infuse 5 grams in. So there's 10 packets in here. Why is there 10 packets? Because we only take it for 10 days. It's called collagen cycling. You infuse it in, you give your body what it needs, and then you tell it, use it, make more, do your own for the next 20 days, and then I'm going to give it to you again. So this is hair, skin, nails, immune system, joints. Got rid of my my elbow that from the way I adjusted for people so long. This got my husband running again because it's joints. But don't forget, brain health. Remember, we talked about cognitive health. So it's marine collagen, keratin. It is marine-based collagen. Every study will show you marine-based is the most absorbable and cleanest. It's the most bioavailable. I won't even consider anything that's not marine collagen. Vitamin C, biotin, these are the ingredients that help your body make its own. We use something called ellagic acid from pomegranates. It stimulates your body to make its own collagen, which I'll take it, right? The next product we have in our line is Immune. Immune is exactly that, supporting your immune system. This is like 15 bottles in one. In fact, when we used to travel, I would take all these things. Now we just take 1 bottle of Immune because I know it's going to cover everything. It's got all the things you think about, A, C, D, E, selenium, zinc. It also has liposomal quercetin. Quercetin, I just read, quercetin and epigenetics. That's a huge one for upregulating, making the immune system work better. It has, on the next one, we have trace minerals, elderberry. We have a mushroom blend in here. And for some people, they're like, mushroom blend, what does that mean? Mushroom blends are adaptive, meaning they help your immune system. If it needs to calm down, it can do that. If it needs to bring it up, it can do that too. But it has a blend in here that helps the bacteria communicate with each other. So when they go high, you tell your immune system, I need you to work harder in these areas. This is phenomenal. I can't tell you the people that will take this product and say, oh my gosh, I had a little sniffle. I took some extra and the next day it was gone, or within hours it was gone. It is that great. It's a great blend for daily immune system, and it's a great blend to boost your immune system. Okay, Purify. Purify is a product that we need to every single day be able to get rid of the extra junk, from the air we breathe to the things we put on our skin to the chemicals in our food. We need to get rid of the toxins. This product does that. It detoxifies the 5 main organs: lung, liver, kidney, colon, skin. It helps do that gently, though. I get a little worked up when people talk about big detoxes because it's a lot. So this is a way to help your body detoxify, support your elimination organs, help get rid of extra junk. If the liver's not super toxic, what happens? We can get rid of some extra weight, which is awesome. The ingredients in here are phenomenal, and they have something called a binder. So a lot of people detox and then they just rearrange all the junk because they don't have anything to collect what they're detoxing out. And we actually have ingredients here that help get rid of the junk that you're detoxing, which is key. So those are the products. We have 6. They address the 6 facets of health. I love that it's easy. Some people will ask, do I take all 6? And I want to make sure I talk about that before I go and turn it back to Holly. Individually, all these products work phenomenally. And I always say it's like walking into an orchestra hall. You walk in and right out of the gate, like the strings sound phenomenal, right? And you're like, yeah, that's beautiful. But then you add in the winds and it's even better, right? Individually, each group of that orchestra works on its own, but together it's a symphony that makes magical music. So yes, these products do work individually so good, but synergistically, they all work well together as well. So I'm going to turn it over to Holly so she can share her expertise on why we are where we are and where we're going.
Awesome. Okay. So now you guys know what I'm talking about with the products, with everything that Dr. Alicia showed. And we have testimonials, like, oh my, some of them we hear and it's like right away, people may feel the impact day 1. Some it may be day 6, 7, 10. Like everybody is different. And I am obsessed with our products. So that's what it starts with for me. Products, it's got to be there. The second, knowing that I am a business person, and it's like, okay, I thought if these products are what they say they are, then I'm all in, because the compensation plan matches it, or even better. I mean, it's like, wait till you see some of it. I'm only going to show you a little bit. Okay. So we pre-launched in February of 2023. We pre-launched in every single country listed here. How exciting is that? Same 6 products, same compensation plan in every single country. And that was on day 1 with hundreds to follow. So you are listening to this at the very beginning of a company that is poised to be the next billion-dollar company. And if you're new to this space, or even hearing, network marketing, I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you because you found a company and the leadership team here at 3 that is doing it right. And just know there's a learning curve. You can shorten that. You can just use it, jump in, use the products, do your thinking and your researching later. That's what I've been sharing with people, because timing is a big deal. And the positioning is a big deal, and position yourself. And you'll know what I mean by that in just a second. But we're poised, and being $1 billion company a year is something that every company strives for. And I will tell you, many of them, a high percentage of them fall short. Well, we at 3, we're being led by leadership that has achieved $1 billion a year and multiple $1 billion. We're being led by people that have done it, that have came back out, that are in the trenches with us, guiding us to do it faster than ever. And as you can see with those products, how that's happening. They're very high retention product, very high retention. This isn't something you just buy once and you don't buy again. That's not it. These are products that people want and frankly, need to consume every single month, every month. High retention. When people notice that they don't have the products, then they start to feeling like they were prior. And that's a sign. okay, I need to get back on the products. Like we've heard that, and so many people do go on the auto ship. So they're getting them every month, or they prepay it. So they don't run out. They get them ahead of time. They may get 3 months at a time, 6 months at a time. That's how good the products are. So there's multiple streams of income. There's 8 different ways that we earn. Plus we have different promotions that will pop in, which I love promotions. And so I'm not going to go through every single one of these, but just know, yes, there's a retail commission that is a link that people can earn a percentage of whatever customer may buy, dollar amount wise. We have upfront money and we have residual. So I want to cover 2. Number 4, team commissions, and the matching bonus, and then the founders pool. I want to cover those in detail. Okay, so here's the team commissions. So how this works is we have 2 teams. We have a left team and a right team. And you know what? If you haven't ever been in network marketing, and I've had this pop up when I've shown this, people look at this and they think, oh my gosh, this is a pyramid. And I've had people look at this and be like, that's what it looks like. And I'm like, it's probably the opposite of a pyramid. And I'll explain that. Where I worked in corporate, I believe, was more of a pyramid than anyone would ever say that this is. I could never make more than my boss, ever. I couldn't do it. He was in Chicago. I couldn't make more than him. He could not make more than his boss. And it goes up the ladder. In this structure, you're paying for products. You're not paying for some intangible. You're paying for products. You're getting products. Like you're the consumer buying products. And in turn, you get a position. You get where it says the U or L1, L2, L3, those are levels. You are buying in with products and saying, yes, I'll pay $30 to have a business spot. That's what that is. And the earlier you get in, then the positioning is even better, because look at L1 on the right side. Whomever is placed below L1, let's say Tom from California, he's a chiropractor. He's like, I want to be a part of this. Tom goes below you, anywhere down there, whether you enrolled them or not, you actually get to have the opportunity to benefit from Tom's volume. Any volume he brings in, you get a benefit from. Could Tom make more than you? Yes. That's where a pyramid technically is. The person at the top makes all the money and you can't make more than them. The scheme is you're paying for an intangible. Like we're getting products. So I love it that, people all have an equal earning chance here. And so with the timing, let's just say I'm the sponsor in this photo. Alicia's you. Alicia immediately thinks of, people, even her kids, friends, parents, like there's so many people that she thinks of that are like, wow, I need to talk with them about this opportunity. Yes, the products, but the opportunity, because they're being positioned where they can use the products, they can share this, and they can create a residual income. So this is a team commission in this chart. You only build 2 teams, only 2 teams. That spillover on the left side, that is anyone that you did not enroll. So let's say Alicia is in the green circle. She's enrolled all the L1s. That's her first level. L2s are whomever she enrolled them. Okay, the spillover is someone that I enrolled. The sponsor enrolled below you. So Alicia's like, hey, I noticed there's more people on my left team now. Did you enroll people? And I'm like, yes, I did. So that's how that works. That spillover volume helps her to make a team commission. So people often ask, they're like, it's volume driven, just so you know, but they'll ask, what is the most you can make weekly with this team commission? The most you can make weekly, are you ready for this? And would this be enough for you? The most you can make weekly is $27,000 a week. That's the cap. That's the max on the team commission. So we have many people come in that simply are like, I want to get my products paid for. They want that goal. Okay, then they do that. Then they're like, well, if I did that, I could do, possibly 800 a week, 1,000 a week, 2,000 a week. And it just keeps, that's where I feel like people start to dream again. They start to really tap in to realize, what is it I do want? And money is a tool. Money is a beautiful tool when treated like that, I feel. And this compensation plan is awesome, like the best that I've seen. And just know you're building two teams. Timing matters. Timing matters. This is usually when people are like texting going, hey, I want in, because they want one of those spots before more people come in. Smart, very smart, right? Then we have the founders bonus. The founders pool is a very limited time. It's because we are only 7 months old right now. We're a baby. And with being the founders, that is a 2% that we actually receive based on how much volume we're bringing in. So we have the opportunity to really capitalize on this bonus and think the bigger the company gets revenue wise, worldwide, 14 countries right now, phase 1, the bigger the revenue, then that flows into 2% every week in the founders. And then you earn based on how many shares that you have. I've never been a part of something like the founders, and it's good now. Like seeing that little extra on the paycheck is like, whoa, I love it. And then knowing the potential of this is pretty exciting. Knowing that we're getting in, well, we're in, but all of you listening, if you're not in yet, no, the founders is still open for a limited time, and you can absolutely join as a founder. So there's 4 phases of growth with a company. And this is in general, this is business 101 right here. So you have the formulation phase where the star is. The sales are on the left. So as the sales go up in the company, you could see over time, the phases get different. So you have formulation right now where no one's really heard of us. No one's heard of the company, like at all. And then you get to concentration, and where people are starting to name recognition. You're starting to hear it more. The sales are going up. Then you have momentum, and that's where people know, hey, I've heard of 3. What is it? Momentum is the time where wealth is created. So the reason I want to show you this, and think of Apple. I always bring up Apple because I'm on an Apple computer, I have an Apple phone. There was a time where I had never heard of Apple, and it was out. They were in the formulation phase, and then they get to concentration. Now they're way on stability, probably still momentum. Who knows? I mean, there's sales. So this is a time where you're hearing about this. You'll remember this Zoom. You'll remember this Saturday morning Zoom where you're hearing about 3 for the first time, and definitely use that to your advantage. Use it to your advantage of like, yes, I heard of 3 and I didn't hesitate. I absolutely knew I wanted to use the products. I knew I wanted the business. You jumped in. Or you may be at the phase where, hey, I know I want to use the products, but I still want to look and research a little bit and talk about it. Okay, jump in, get the founders, get the products in your body, do your research, and then work on your next steps with the business. I tell people, don't hesitate. Just listen to your instincts, right? That's what I did. So this is the founder pack. This pack is a limited time. It's $19.60. The wholesale price of this is $2,400. So it's already discounted to $19.60. You're getting so many products in there. You're getting 7 Eternal, 7 Vitalite, 7 Collagen, 7 Immune, 3 Purify, 3 Revive. You're getting a lot of products here, which is awesome. I think of myself where I ordered this and I had it in my pantry. It's like a Costco mindset where I'm like, nope, I have my months already set out. Some people order this as families and they use it quicker. Absolutely. This Founders Pack keeps you active for 16 weeks. 16 weeks. So you order it one time. It's a one-time investment where you're getting product and you're locked in as a founder and you are active, meaning you're not going to be ordering for 16 weeks. That would be February 2024, right? So when people think of that, they're like, oh yeah, that is a long time. I'm getting a lot of products. But so this right here gets you locked into a position of being a founder. Okay, then we have our few other packs. The Business Builder Pack, I don't even talk about because if you're thinking about that many products or even the business piece of it, you go to the founder because it is available only for, could be 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks. I mean, we're down to the final weeks of it. Then we have the premium pack on the bottom left. This one gets you multiples of a few products, gets you in, gets you set up, gets you a spot. And then we have the intro pack, $200. So you're starting to use the products. Those are all, I love all the packs because they're at a discount. They're better than buying individually. And just get in where you fit in. If the founders is something where you're like, yes, I want to make sure I'm a part of that, then absolutely talk with the person who invited you to this, talk with them and talk to them about the founder option and how you can get in with that level. We do have a promo going right now for the Radiance pack that has an opportunity to be a founder. Ask them about that because there's really two options for you to come in as a founder. Okay, so let us guide you to your best start. Group one, if you're in this group, you're like, I'm not open to investing in my health or making an extra income. Okay, if you're not open, that's okay. I don't know why you're on the Zoom. Usually you're open because you get on. So I don't think that pertains to anybody. Group two, I'm interested in committing to a healthier lifestyle. And you see this fitting in. Okay, group two, get in with the products. Group three, you want to commit to being proactive with your health, like Alicia talked about with your cellular health, right? And you heard everything about the products and you'd like to make a little bit of an income. And then group four, sign me up. I'm all in. I want to participate in that 2% revenue share. So those are the options. And to really finish this with you guys, I want to say this is a company that is poised. I already said this, poised to be a $1 billion company. And the timing of this could not be more in your favor. It could not. And get back to the person who invited you, and let them know you're on. Let them know what you liked best. Wherever you're at, let them know. And I wish you guys an awesome and amazing journey with 3. And I can't wait to hear about it. Thank you, Dr. Alicia. Thank you. And everyone have an amazing, amazing day. Bye, everyone.